Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. And joining me now to help us research potential investments using the web is Chris Castaldo, president and founder of StockTradersPress.com. Chris, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and what you guys over there at Stock Traders Press are all about.
Well, we run an online investment research firm, and be it last year was a very horrible year for investing. A lot of investors are really seeking professional help to pick their, stock recommendations. Most of these people that trade online tried full-service brokers, and they were very unsuccessful because they're very expensive. So they come to firms like ours, and we give unbiased, reliable research and recommendations to them.
Great, kind of a reduced cost, obviously.
Absolutely, yes,
okay.
We do.
So why is it that people need to research? First of all, we should just get the basics in terms of if you're going to buy stocks online, you really do need to do your research. Would you say that's the #1 key factor in investing success?
Absolutely. If you're going to put your hard-earned money into an investment, you should know exactly where your money's going and what that company does. Are they profitable? What type of services and products that they offer to the public.
Okay, so and the good way to research that is actually using the internet, because there's lots of tools there that you can use. How should one begin researching a stock using the net?
Well, first off, I know a lot of people get tips from a friend of a friend and they go out and buy it, but before you do put money into a stock, you should go and find out exactly what that company does.
Okay, so like if you're on the bus and you hear someone in the seat behind you like, yeah, McDonald's
right.
or something, that's not good.
Correct.
You need to research.
Right,
okay,
right.
Good, all right.
One of the sites I like to use is a company called MarketGuide.com.
Okay.
And if you punch up a company, I've punched up Dell here as an example. It gives you a company snapshot, if you will, and it says Dell designs and manufactures computers. It gives you a brief financial background on the company. If you look on the sidebar over here, Peggy, you can get real-time quotes, you can get price charts. What I particularly like with this site is they give you an analysis and they let you compare it with other companies.
That's good.
Right. If you want to compare Dell computer with maybe
Compaq.
one of their competitors, you can find out what the earnings are in comparison. You can also look here. You can see insider trading. You can find out what the insiders are doing, if Michael Dell is buying shares or selling shares. So this is very informative, and if you want to find good quality fundamental, meaning related to the balance sheet, then I think this is one of the best sites on the internet.
Now, what if I am a beginning investor? I've never owned a stock before. This is really my first venture into the whole world of investing. Is this going to be difficult for me to understand? Like, I know there's lots of PE ratios,
right.
PE high, PE low. Is it kind of all foreign talk, or am I going to be able to understand it?
Well, you should have your basic understanding of a balance sheet, and you need some type of financial background or accounting background. But if you kind of look and you compare these numbers for one another, if you look, what would be an easy one to understand? Percent owned by the institutions.
Okay.
45% of this company is owned by the institutions. For Dell, the industry is 49%.
Okay.
Here's a good one. Sales for MRQ would be the most recent quarter. Dell has grown 27.5%, but the industry has grown 16%. So by comparing these two statistics, you'll see that Dell is growing quite a bit faster than their competitors.
Great. And I know you like the site Market Guide quite a bit, but there's actually a couple other ones here that you enjoy, and one of them is called Finance Vision.
Correct.
And let's take a look at that site and see what that has to offer. I think, too, probably the more that you get involved with these sites, the more, the easier it becomes to understand and easier to use. All right, so what's Finance Vision all about?
Well, Finance Vision is basically like a CNBC, but it's online. So you don't have to necessarily be in front of your television. A lot of people are at work. Maybe you have a couple of minutes for your lunch hour, and you'd like to get a brief financial or synopsis of what's going on with today's markets.
Okay.
If you do click to watch Finance Vision, you'll have to upload some software. It'll only take a couple of minutes. You can do that in your free time. So I don't think we'll be able to watch that today.
All right, but I see it does there. It kind of shows the current situation in terms of the NASDAQ, the Dow, S&P 500, and then also featured segments. So that's got to be helpful.
Absolutely. They have a featured guest. I have one of my analysts, Mark Urban from StockTradersPress.com. He's got a Friday segment, and he talks about the market and what happened for the week. It also gives you a very informative question and answer period where you can call in or actually email in a question and have your question answered live on the internet.
So overall, do you think that the web, this kind of research, is this enough to make decisions in terms of what you're going to purchase on the net?
Well, there is quite a bit of information to find on the internet, and a lot of the information that you didn't have access to years ago that you had to strictly rely on a broker or a financial advisor to to provide you.
Right.
We have the same access now as these people do. It's a matter of interpretation. If you do have the skills and the background, you pretty much can make your decisions on your own.
Great. Well, we have one more site here that we want to share with you in terms of doing research in terms of investing on the internet, and that's bigcharts.com. And Big Charts is another site which you can go and get information. And what's a quick last word about this site?
Well, I would like to use Market Guide for my fundamental analysis, but some people like to chart technically, and technical analysis is based on price patterns and you know, charts. You know, stock might have been trading between a range of 10 and 20 and 10 and 20, so you'd use that this site for technical analysis.
Great. Okay, so that's kind of a more visual. If you're kind of a graph kind of person, then you're going to enjoy using that one. But we've got the good overall blend there, so we're ready to, you know, take that money out and get it in the stock market and see how it does. Chris, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Peggy.
Great
Thank you for having me.
information. Thank you. Now stick around, because when we come back, Scott and I will have the answers to your email questions, so don't go anywhere.